Hello everybody and welcome back to Magical Melody. It is the 12th day of spring and I'm here to bring you all a little bit of an update. I've slept in my other home, which is why it's a little bit empty looking, but let's go ahead and get the day started. Howdy! Hey, it's Ronald! So I hear you run a farm here. How is it? Are things moving along? I think I'm doing pretty well for myself. Thank you very much. I'm pretty successful. So you're Niksawce. I'm Ronald. I come to this village on occasion to sightsee. I'd like to start a fruit farm. The weather is terrific and I think good fruit would grow here. Well, if you put your mind to it, I suppose. I see that you planted some fruit tree saplings. I hope you have a big harvest of fruits. I'm gonna work hard too. Whoops, I took too much of your time. See you later. Oh, so Ronald's a character we haven't seen in a really long time. So, more on that in just a little bit. I think I've got all the tools that I need. I don't need my bell, since it's raining, although I may not have put my animals inside. I'm just gonna do a little bit of reorganizing here. That should be fine. So I have lots of updates for you guys. I slept in my second house today just because I didn't think it was going to rain, but it ended up raining, which is nice. I don't have to water anything. But I planted some flowers outside of my house. These are moondrop flowers. Unfortunately, the soil quality is very poor, but since they're only flowers, they don't have a quality, so I'm not overly concerned about it. And I purchased a grape seed sapling a little while ago to grow a grape tree, and I've planted that over there. When you plant a tree, Ronald will move into town. If you guys don't remember Ronald, because it's been a very long time since we've seen him, he usually comes on the horse races and bets on the horse racing. But if you actually plant a tree, he will come to town and he will start his own orchard. So we're going to see a little bit more of that later. He hasn't moved in yet, but he will. So we're going to have him move in, and we're also going to have another character move in. And by befriending Ronald, you can also unlock another character. Hopefully I can get working on that before the year ends. It is kind of nice that it's raining today because I don't have to do a lot of work, which is excellent. I kind of took the long way around. I was just planning on going to visit my animals. And I do need to have my bell, because my poor sheep is outside. I should really put it inside before it gets sick, which I would not be too happy about. Oh, it actually went in on its own. Isn't that remarkable? I've never seen the animal go in by itself, but that's really good. I like that. Didn't even have to make the effort. So everything has been going really well. All the animals have been doing great. And I actually went and I bought a miracle potion for my cow. So when an animal's pregnant, they stay down here in this little area. They have their own little feed box. And if you talk to the animal, it'll say, "Please have a good baby," which I think is just a bad translation. You know, basically saying, "Have a healthy baby." And I'm not sure. I didn't actually read up on it before I started the video. I'm not sure how many days it takes to actually have the baby. It would probably depend on the animal. But she's been pregnant for about a week, I would say, since I used the miracle potion. And now that she is pregnant, I cannot use the milker. She doesn't give me milk. So when an animal's pregnant, they don't give you any sort of profit, to my knowledge. At least cows don't. But I should have a little baby cow soon. That's going to get me another note, and hopefully the cow will grow up and I'll be able to have 2 cows giving me milk. So that'll be really nice. I sheared my sheep a couple of days ago and it gave me shining wool, which I was really excited about. Because now, I think when I turned it into yarn, I got about 2,300 gold off of it, or something ridiculous like that. So that was really awesome. You can see I planted a lot of grass in this area. It looks really grassy and green and really, really nice. I chopped up this little area with my sickle because there was actually a note that I was missing, and you get it for turning grass into fodder, which I thought was a pretty easy note to grab. And I'll go ahead and go over the notes a little bit later. You can also see that Cheap, my young chicken, has grown up into a full-fledged chicken, which is nice. It doesn't take too long for them to grow up. I think it takes a week for the egg to hatch and another week after that for the chick to turn into a full chicken. So half a season, which is really not all that bad. And I've contemplating making the chicken coop a little bit bigger, just because it looks really dumpy. I mean, in comparison to my really beautiful, big, grand-looking barn, I have this cheap little wood shed that my chickens are staying in, which makes me feel a little bit bad. I thought I would probably like to update that at some time, even if I don't get any more chickens, you know, just to kind of show what an upgraded farm looks like. I thought that might have been something cool to do in the future. And I've been getting a lot of crops. I haven't planted anything new yet since the last time I did a video, but all of my breadfruit has came in, which is great. And I've been able to get a decent amount of profit off of it, which is nice. They're worth 300 if they're grown in high quality soil, and they're worth a little bit less if it's low quality soil. But they regenerate every couple of days. And since it's raining, I don't have to water them all, which is fantastic. I don't have to waste my my stamina, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these and get my money for the day. I've been saving a lot of money recently. There was a couple of days where I was doing a lot of chores, but I wasn't really making a lot of money because I wasn't going out on my free time. I just decided that I would try and make as much money as I could. It looks like I can also plant some new stuff, which is great, because cabbages don't regrow. But I've officially grown everything in the season. I grew potatoes at the start of the season, breadfruit, cabbages, and I think that's it actually. Oh, and turnips, of course, but turnips don't get you very much money, so I didn't really bother with them. I think I had a leftover turnip seed bag from last year that I used, but cabbages might be worth going and growing again. It looks like they're fairly profitable, which wouldn't be a very bad idea to go and pick up another bag. Spring Farm is open today. I'll just have to wait till tomorrow to plant them. I did not mean to eat that, but that's okay, I guess. Why not? Niksawce should probably eat her vegetables after all this hard farming work that she does. So that's that. Nothing too new on the farm. Of course, I got my cow pregnant, which was kind of exciting. So we'll be able to see a baby calf, which should be good. And here's my nice big house. So I'm just going to rearrange a couple of things. I like to move everything out of my rucksack when I don't need it. You can also see here that I have the Goddess Hammer. This is the highest level tool that you can get, and you get Goddess tools when you use your rare ore. I have a bunch of it saved up, even though I don't think I will need it all. And I do believe you need to actually free the Goddess to get the Goddess tools, from what I remember. But essentially, once you have a tool leveled up all the way, you can see that my hammer has leveled up all the way up. Even past the gold, you can bring the tool and a piece of rare ore to the blacksmith, and he will make you a goddess tool. And you can see that this crushes 24 squares. So if you go to the mine and you charge this thing up all the way, it's going to crush 24 rocks around you, which is amazing. So it's really nice to clear out big areas of rocks that are blocking your way, or to go mining, which is great. It works really great, and you don't use a lot of stamina. And I also upgraded my sickle. I upgraded it to copper, which isn't too big of a deal, but I figured it's one of the only tools besides my fishing rod that I haven't actually upgraded, whereas a lot of my tools are up gold or silver level, so I figured I was a little bit behind in that regard, and so I went ahead and I did that as well. I'll take my hammer with me just so that I can demonstrate its use, just for the sake of it. I did also skip the egg festival. I attended it, and it was pretty much the same thing. It's just, you know, you put an egg in the box and everyone talks about how much they love eggs. There's no contest or anything like that, and the only thing that's going to change is the villagers that attend, depending on your friendships. So I didn't really find the need to really show that off, just because I felt it would be a little bit repetitive. However, the spring horse race is coming up, which I'm pretty excited about, because my horse has a couple of stars in the training section, so I may or may not win, but at least I can participate this year, which is nice. I couldn't participate in the spring or the fall horse race last year, which was kind of a bummer. Speaking of stats, I guess it's a good time to look at how the animals in the farm is doing. You can see that Bessie's up to 8 hearts, so she'll be ready for when the cow festival rolls around. Lamb Chop is also doing very well, like I said, giving me really high quality wool, which is great. Chickens aren't doing so bad, slowly working up those heart points, still taking a very long time, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep giving my chickens lots of love and keeping them healthy, in hopes that by the time the festival rolls around I'll be able to enter the chicken and win. And my horse has 3 stars in the training section, so hopefully if I ride it around a little bit more during nice weather, I'll be able to enter it in the next contest. And I did not mean to exit the menu. Let's go to notes. I also got a few notes off screen that I would just like to quickly go over, if I can find them, of course. I got the fodder note, which I talked about briefly. All the grass that I had, I cut it. If you cut 20 pieces of grass, you get this fodder note. You have to grow the grass first, which is a bit of a pain. But if you grow the grass and you cut it and make it into fodder, you'll get this note. So it was very easy. I noticed I was missing it, and I just decided to grab it, because I figured, well, this is such an easy one to grab. Lewis came by and gave me a present, so I also got his note, which is pretty exciting. That means the only 2 people that I'm missing right now are Dan and Lila, and that's because they haven't moved in yet. And it's really weird that Lila hasn't moved in. It's really strange. She usually moves in after the flower festival of the first year, but she hasn't moved in yet, so hopefully by the end of the game I'll be able to at least get her up to 2 hearts, which really shouldn't be too hard, because she does come and visit on the weekends when the weather is nice. But that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about for now. There's a couple more things that I want to go over. Of course, when the baby's born, I'll go over that, and hopefully we'll be able to go and see the horse racing festival. That'll be a lot of fun. And for now, just to close out this video, I'm just going to show the awesome power of the goddess hammer. I'm just going to find a place with a lot of rocks. Well, let's just go here, for example. So if you hold down the X button, you'll be able to charge this thing up a whole heck of a lot. Like that. And you can see that all around me, all of those rocks disappear. When you get a tool up to goddess level, it has amazing abilities and powers, and it's great. If you were planning on planting a lot of stuff in these mountains, or you're sick and tired of dodging and weaving through all of these rocks, then it is definitely a good idea to get rid of them. And if you have a goddess hammer, it makes it so easy. I also haven't gone collecting in a little while. It looks like I'm neglecting that a little bit, because there's a lot of stuff here. I guess I just haven't really thought about it. And here I was talking about how I've had a hard time making money. Well, anyways, rainy day, so I have lots of time to go and do that sort of stuff now. And I guess that's about it. All the stuff that I've been working on. And like I said, there is a lot more stuff that I do want to show off, but we don't want to put it all in one video and, you know, spoil all the fun. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my day, and I will most likely record on the 17th of spring, and we will be checking out the Spring Horse Festival. So thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I'll see you next time.